one week where we had the Emmys, and we had an insane amount of people betting on the Emmys, right? And that's not something that most people want to offer, but because we're doing it social and it's pari-mutuel, we can offer these things out there.
All right, we are here with Aaron from Sparket. Aaron, I haven't seen you in a little bit. We had Evan on with us in May at SBC in New Jersey. You weren't there because you were welcoming an addition to your family. So first and foremost, congratulations on the arrival of your little boy. How's fatherhood treating you so far?
It's exhausting, almost as exhausting as running a startup. So, combine those two and it's been a lot of fun, but super rewarding, obviously.
100%. Well, as the audience well knows, as I've belabored on the platform here, I'm a couple months ahead of you in the journey, so I can relate to everything on the tiredness, but the fulfillment as well. It's everything everybody ever said about having kids. I understand it a little bit more acutely now.
Yeah, you got to live through it, though.
Right.
And then the pain.
100%.
Enjoying.
100%. Well, all that out of the way, good seeing you as always. Look, as I said, Evan was with us a few months ago, so, anybody watching that's not familiar with Sparket, we'll pop a link to that episode, and they can go to get the elevator pitch there. What's been going on over the last 6 months since Evan joined us? What's the latest and greatest out of the Sparket office?
Yeah, it's actually been a really fun quarter, and over the summer, getting all those things set up for the quarter. We launched with PENN and their social casino product, PENN Play Casino, and that was in mid-July.
Okay.
Results have been phenomenal. We've been testing out all sorts of cool new markets. We just had pro bull riding be one of the top markets. It beat out football. So that's been really cool. We launched with a sweepstakes client, Sportzino, and we're very focused on the alternative events there. We were doing things like reality TV shows, election stuff, even getting into movie releases and all sorts of cool other products there. And then we also launched with Soboba here in Southern California, near and dear to me. And we've been doing some football contests with them that have been phenomenal. They've been getting 100% customer redemption coming in from these contests. So our product's working. It's great. It's been fun. And it's exciting to see the clients happy.
So obviously we're recording here at G2E. I think it was 2 years ago here at G2E. I remember they had a pitch competition here 2 years ago. They don't have it here this year. You and Evan were here at that time. I think you guys won the competition. Am I right about that?
Yeah, G2E, I feel like I have a special place.
Right.
Actually 3 years ago, I did like a cold pitch in the innovations lab in front of like 4 people probably. But they, invited us back to the startup one the following year. We won the Audience Choice Award and ended up with a booth the following year.
That's right.
So it's been a great. I feel like this is where we got our, foots on the ground.
I was going to say it's like full circle, right? You just talked about all this traction you guys now have in the market and sort of like reflecting on 2 years ago when you were pitching the concept at the time. Cool to see the trajectory you guys are now on.
Really is. Yeah, just keeping our heads down and going, man.
100%.
Good.
Let's just quickly double click on some of these markets you guys are offering. You sort of alluded to it with the political stuff, some of the entertainment stuff, but just talk a little bit more about the adoption of these markets, right? This is like what we would call probably non-traditional markets from a purist sports betting perspective. But what are you guys sort of seeing in terms of like the reach that these markets are getting? Sort of like, the audiences and the segments you're able to appeal to with these.
Yeah, a couple of cool things. I think one, different demographics. So that's been really exciting for our clients to be able to get new players in. Two, I think offering that to those players is fun, right? Like if you could never bet on something that you watch all the time and now you can, that's exciting for you as a consumer. And it's just been really cool to see the user growth. Like I mentioned before, we had more people betting on a pro bull riding event than we did on football in one of the weeks, right? We had 1 week where we had the Emmys, and we had an insane amount of people betting on the Emmys, right? And that's not something that most people want to offer, but because we're doing it social and it's pari-mutuel, we can offer these things out there. Quick shout out to our partners at Alt Sports Data and the Pro League Network too, because we're pulling in their alternative sports feeds and putting them into the sites. And it's getting good reception, and it's just been fun to see people playing.
Give us a bit of a look ahead here, Aaron. What's coming up over the next 6 to 12 months for Sparket? What can we expect to see next for you guys?
Yeah, we are getting into the real money gaming. So we have a couple paths there. One of them potentially is skill-based, another full-on pari-mutuel. working on those, but we will be live with one of those in 2025, very early. So excited about that. And then another thing we're building is, more gamification for the product. So think about like things like avatars, badges, other unlocks that you can get. I think there's a lot of things from, the video gaming industry that have those features that we're going to start pulling in here. And I think they're going to be adapted to really well.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to the next catch up with you guys, probably in May, next SBC. In the meantime, enjoy the full night's sleep in the hotel room bed here before you go home. And always good to talk to you, Aaron.
Yeah, you too, Jesse.
All right. Appreciate it.